Hi, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Read and Write for Google Chrome extension for your Chrome browser to help in your classroom as an assistive technology to students who may struggle with reading and writing. First, you go to the Chrome Web Store and type in Read and Write. You add it to your Chrome, and once it's there, you'll see a little puzzle piece with an RW in the middle of it in your top right corner. Once you're loaded and ready to go, you can go to a document and get started. Before we get started on that, though, I want to tell you, teachers, you can get this for free. You go to the link that's highlighted right here. This would be a good time to pause it and write it down so that you can get it on your Chrome browser after a 30-day free trial for free. Now, students in schools, you cannot have it for free. It's about $200 for an individual user, and it's about $1,000 for schools to use. That information is found on their website, which is texthelp.com. So once it's downloaded, you'll go to a document. I already have a document pulled up that I previously done, and I want to show you some of the features on it. The first feature is a reading feature. So if you start at the top, or if you want to highlight some text that you want it to read, you can highlight some things. You can hit the play button, and it will read to you the writing on the screen. It also highlights it, which is really, really nice. You hit pause, it stops. This big square stop, it clears everything out. There's highlighting options. There's a vocabulary list option. There's a voice note option where you can take notes with your voice and it will pop up on the side. Another option on it, or another feature that's really, really nice, is this headset up here. It's the talk and type. If I click that and I start talking, it will record what I am saying. If I stop it, it stops. Now you can say things like period, and it will put a period in. So those are really, really great features to help with your students. There's also a dictionary feature. If I highlight this word star right there, if say I don't know what star means, I can go to a normal dictionary, or I can actually go to a picture dictionary and it's going to show me a picture of what that word means, which is really nice. It also, one more feature is if you go to a different website, so say I'm not in Docs, I'm not typing, I'm not reading my own work or other people's works, I just want to read this article. I can go to an article on another page, I can highlight or click on what I want read, and I can do the same thing on this one. It will highlight and it will read the text to the student. And the same buttons work in the same way. Now this matches a lot of the UDL principles. So the speech to text and the text to speech features up here, those really help with the offering alternatives for auditory information and offering alternatives for visual information of the UDL principles, so 1.2 and 1.3. Also, because it has those dictionary options, it really helps with the 2.1 and 2.4, the clarifying vocabulary and symbols, and then promoting understanding across languages, because it does have that picture dictionary. As far as reviews go, there are reviews on the Google Chrome website. I agree with a lot of them. I think it does have a great set of features and it runs smoothly and it's very user-friendly. Now, I will say the more you use it, the better you get at it. At first, it can be really overwhelming with all the features, or it can be really challenging to figure out how to work all the features and how to do it right and all the different things that it does. But as you play with it and get used to it, and as you use it, it gets much easier and you really understand how those features can really help in your classroom. So a couple ways you can use it in your classroom I showed you. If you're doing Google Docs, students can read the rough drafts or their final copies into the computer and it can type for them. This works really well for students who have like dysgraphia and have struggles with writing. It helps with the students with dyslexia. It highlights for them and it reads to them. So if you assign articles in class or you want them to edit other people's things, it can read to them. So there's lots of options with the reading and writing to use in your classroom with students who might have those reading and writing disorders. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned a little bit about Read and Write for Google Chrome.